Hello and welcome. You're here with me for the unicorn bag tag. You may or may not know this tag was started by Autumn Beckman. I will link her original tag video below, and she is the one who tagged me. I do feel I need to give you a warning. There is a lot of drama associated with this tag. Autumn Beckman started it. Well, she didn't start it. I started it because she and my best friend had colds at the same time. I implied that she and my best friend were seeing each other behind my back. And Autumn took that bait and zing, went with that. I mean, she went with it. And the first 4 minutes or so of that video are about that. Just keep that in mind. If you don't want to get involved in the drama, skip the first 4 minutes of that video and just casually and blissfully go on about your life. However, if you do want to get down in the muck with us, take a look at that whole video. I will link it below, along with my very tearful apology to Autumn Beckman, along with Bobster92's Spill the Tea video. He spilled the tea on all the drama. So those will be below should you care to partake. Meanwhile, the unicorn bag tag. Unicorn bags are unusual bags. They're bags that are hard to find. If you were to sell them, they would be hard to buy back. The idea behind the tag is to share unicorn bags that you have, if any, also SLGs or whatever other luxury items you want to share, and then talk about the unicorn bags or luxury items that you would like to acquire. I have several items here next to me I'm going to talk about, so let's get going. For those of you who know me well, this bag comes as no surprise. This is my Kusama Speedy. Kusama did a collaboration with Louis Vuitton while Marc Jacobs was there. I do have a video about this bag and the history of how it came about. I'll put that up here if you'd like to see that. I adore this bag. White is my favorite color that it came in. I use and love this bag. I use it all year round. Some people don't like the white because they think it's just a summer spring bag. Not for me. I use this all the time. It did come in yellow, blue, and red for sure. I think also green, so those colors may more appeal to you. I am not generally a fan of the Speedy. I'll put that video here if you are on the fence about a Speedy. Generally speaking, I'm not a fan of the Speedy bag, but this bag I do love. I don't see myself ever giving it up, and it would be hard to find it if I wanted it again. Also by Louis Vuitton is this Jasmine bag. You don't see this bag very often. You see the Alma much more often, and I do have 3 Alma bags. I love the Alma. This is the only Jasmine I have. I did buy it new. I don't remember the year exactly, but it would have been 2009, 2010-ish, I guess. This bag was not made for all that long. You don't see a lot of them out there. It has a lot of similarities to the Alma, but it's a little more unusual. You don't see it as often, and it has some advantages over the Alma. I did do a comparison of this bag with the Alma. I'll put that up there if you would like to see it. This one is not so easy to find. If you do, it is actually usually less expensive than the Alma bag. So consider this one if you like it. Now for Fendi. I love this little bag. This is of course the Fendi Baguette, and they were made in all different kinds of styles. I bought this one at Saks Fifth Avenue. It's been a long time ago. This was the only one they had that looked like this at the time. I have never seen another one. I don't know how rare it is, but I love it, and it is so me. It is a very supple orange suede, and it has this embroidery all over it. It does, some of the embroidery is metallic threads, and some are shiny, what look to be silk threads. It has the snakeskin here and also here on this handle. I love this bag. I would never find it again if I gave it up, and I would never give it up. My next 2 bags are Chanel bags, but first I'd like to share this bag with you. This is my Cat B bag. It is very rare now. Cat B is not making bags at all anymore, which I find to be sad. It's just such an unusual bag. You can carry it like this, you just carry it down low, and it has this unusual shape. You can also carry it over your shoulder like this, and you can open it up like this and thread the leather through there and then carry it like this. It is such an unusual bag. I love it so much. I have never seen anybody else carrying one. I do happen to have it in both red and purple, but she is not making bags anymore. She's a German designer that I love. but you just don't hear about her very often. Here is my first unicorn Chanel bag. This is my wallet on chain. I really love this little bag. I had gone into Neiman Marcus specifically looking for a wallet on chain, and this was there for a hot minute. This is the Golden Class Small. They don't say it's a wallet on chain, but that's what it is. It has the same long handle as the wallet on chain, except this one is completely removable. I love that about the bag, so that I can take this off and carry this as a clutch if I want to. The other thing I love about this one is the way that it opens. These CCs flip up here, and it opens this way. You'll see on the inside it is exactly like a wallet on chain. I have reviewed this bag more fully. I'll put that up here if you're interested. I'm so glad that I did take the plunge. This was more expensive than the wallet on chain. More expensive probably than it really should have been. But I am glad that I took the plunge and bought this bag. My thinking was, you know, the normal wallet on chain I can get at any time. This one I may never see again. I have seen them, but it's not very often that you see these. If you like the idea of being able to take the strap off of your wallet on chain, or if you just love this clasp, this is very secure, then hunt this one down. It is well worth it. The final unicorn bag in my collection is this Chanel. This is a twin bag, and again, only ever saw it once. When I was offered this bag, which was in Saks Fifth Avenue, they had this in this color and they had it in black. Those are the only two colors I've ever seen it in online as well. You don't see this one very often at all. They're connected together by this little piece of leather. You can wear it cross body, or you can pull this up like that. It's just a fun bag. You don't see it very often. I'm very glad I got it in red. A small bag is nice in red as a little pop of color. Again, I've done a review on this bag. I'll put that up here if you'd like to take a closer look at it. And now for the bags that I've had my eye on over the years, the unicorn bags that I would like to get if I could. If you know me, you may have heard me talk about the Louis Vuitton Aquarelle before, sometimes called the watercolor. I like it in the white background. The only bag I really like it in is the Speedy again, and the only size I've ever seen it in is the 35. The 35 is, I think, too big for me. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get that bag. I do admire it. I'm not sure I'll ever get it. The prices are so high now. I don't know if it's worth it to me, but I do think it's a pretty bag. Another bag I'd love to get my hands on is the Chanel Reissue 224. The Chanel Reissue is my favorite Chanel. I have it here. This is in the 227, so this is a much bigger bag. And again, I have reviewed this bag and I've talked about what fits in. I've got 1 or 2 videos on this one. I'll link one up here and I'll put it below. But this is my favorite style. This is closer to what Coco Chanel originally designed. It comes in different sizes, and the smallest size is the 224. You just don't see the Chanel 224 very often. There are a number of reasons. The first is it's not made every year. It's not made every season. It's not even made every year. They come out with it every once in a while. The second is it's much more expensive than the other mini Chanel bags. The classic flap Chanel, the mini, the rectangular, that's a single flap. The 224, the reissue 224 is much more expensive than that bag. So not as many people buy them new. There just aren't as many out in circulation. I'm not sure what color I would get. I have so many bags and I have really considered trying to pare down my collection quite a lot. I'm not doing it yet, but I'm thinking in terms of that. If I were to do that, a Chanel 224, I would want that to be part of my pared down collection. I've seen it in silver. I like it in silver a lot. Black could be a good option, but I do have the Chanel medium large in black, so I'm not sure I would want to repeat that, even though they are different bags. I've also seen it in this color, but again, I don't want to repeat that. So I'm thinking probably silver and not super shiny. I've seen it in kind of a matte silver. I think that would be a good neutral for me, although I might consider the black. Another unicorn bag that I like and I don't know if I'll ever get because of the price is is the Alma in either crocodile or ostrich. I love the Alma bag. I love the PM. I also like the MM. The GM gets to be a little big for me. It's not completely out of the question, but it gets to be a little big. I love it in the exotic leathers, in alligator and ostrich. Other people do too, because they are very expensive. I'm not sure it's worth the money for me, but that is a unicorn bag I would certainly consider. The right Darby Scott bag is something I would also love to think about. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Darby Scott, but Darby Scott makes handbags, and oftentimes they have gems included with them. I am a jewelry designer, so I love a gem. I love the idea of mixing gems and handbags, and often she'll have jade bead handles, or she may have an agate clasp, that type of thing. I do like a lot of her bags. I haven't found one that is just right for me yet, and that's why it's a little bit of a unicorn, but if I do, I will snag one up. There's also a Louis Vuitton bag that has been haunting me, and I can't quite get it in my mind. I actually tried to find it before filming this video, and I couldn't. I will ask a few people and see if they can help me. If they can, I will post the picture up here now. I don't remember the time frame. It feels like maybe 2008 to 2011, and this was a runway bag. It was a campaign bag. That year, it was sort of the bag that was in their campaign, but I thought, oh, that's so expensive for a canvas bag. I don't tend to do canvas. Other than my Kusama Speedy, I don't have canvas. I usually do leather. So I didn't get it, but it has sort of haunted me, and I never see it. Last but not least, this is not a bag. It just came to my attention recently. One of you told me about it, and it is an Hermes scarf that is specifically based on the Lascaux cave. One of my jewelry collections, I'm not wearing anything from that collection right now, is based on the Lascaux cave, and I would love to have that scarf. I do have an Hermes scarf that is based on prehistoric drawings of caves in France. It seems to be more about Chauvet. I'm not exactly sure. Autumn Beckman found that one for me. She alerted me to that, and I did get it. I'll put that video of that unboxing up there. It gets pretty geeky. In the comments of that video, somebody recently told me, you know, there is a Lascaux scarf. I would like to find that. I'm going to tag several people to do this video. Bobster92, YotaStyle, KwShops, Be Fabulous with Me, Irene, YosheaLux, Lily LV, Louis Vuitton CoffeeLover, Cat L, Life of MC, ChicProfessor, Tabby Violet, and you. If you are watching this video and you would like to do the tag, you have been tagged. Thank you again for being here. I am a jewelry designer. In addition to doing luxury bag videos, I do jewelry videos. I love taking the mystique and the intimidation out of buying and wearing jewelry. So if that's of interest to you, please subscribe. I would love to see you here again tomorrow. Until then.